Hello, in this video we'll go through the processes in the membership module. So the processes I will go through is issuing membership in subscription. I will also issue a membership that has to be prepaid and do it through the back office through an invoice. Also, we'll do the same in the point of sale, basically issue a membership from the point of sale. Then we would run the invoicing process, basically the subscription process, which for example, could be done as a monthly process for monthly subscription charges. Also, I would like to show adjustment entries. Basically, there's a functionality that you can make adjustment entries to a member, which will then be taken into an account when you run the invoicing process. This is just to simplify credits and corrections, so you don't have to issue a credit invoice when you make adjustments. It will just be taken into account when you run the next invoicing process, and the latest invoice would be adjusted accordingly. So let's start with just issuing a membership for subscription through the back office. So I have the role center for membership here open, and I just go to memberships. I can also go through here and just create new member, but I will just go through the memberships from here. So here we have a list of all memberships. I just want to create a new one, new membership, and then I get the membership card. So if I need to select the membership type, and I'm gonna select a 12-month subscription membership. At this point, I need to assign a member to this membership, and there are multiple ways. If I know the member already exists, I can either enter the email address or the mobile phone, and the system would search if it has that member on file, and it would select the member. Or I could simply list from the member list and select a member from here. And one option also would be creating use something we call search a new client. This is for a handy feature when you need to search for the client to see if they actually are on record. And if they are not, if you don't find them in this list, you can create a new one and select your newly created member and assign it to the membership. I'm just gonna select a member from the list and assign it to this particular membership. At this point, this membership is in status draft, and this would not be included in any processes. But so I need to actually confirm and activate the membership to process it. So I can go here to actions, or I can go to status. So here if I have status, activate, and I change to status to active. Here we get a message, an initial invoice was created. So this happens when you have a subscription and the process has already been the invoicing process has already been done at this point. So what we need to do for this particular member is to invoice for what's left of the current month. So that would create the initial invoice. So the initial invoice would be going into a separate batch, and you could then run basically create a Business Central invoice. We'll go better through that when we go into the invoicing process, the monthly process. So at this point, we have a membership. It's active, and it would be then ready to be processed for the next invoicing process. We can also create memberships that are prepaid, and normally you would do that through the point of sale. But if you need to create a prepaid membership from here I have 3 months membership, which has to be prepaid. And normally, I'm just going to assign this to some member. So normally I would have to, if I try to confirm at this point, change to active, it would refuse. It says single sale memberships can only be activated through sales process. So you would either have to pay, normally pay a prepaid membership through the POS and activate it that way, or in this case I could also charge it to a customer account and create an invoice. So if I do that, I would have to find the member projections as a customer account, or they might be charging it to a separate customer account. So I'm just gonna put some customer account here. So in this case, I'm just gonna charge this to a customer account, and then I can go to actions and create invoice. Create the invoice shows here. So we get just a standard Business Central invoice, which we could post and send the invoice. So at this point we can now activate the membership since we have invoiced it. So that's the only way to activate a single sale membership from the back end or from the back office. So normally this would go through the point of sale. So now we have created 2 additional memberships, but we would like to see how the subscription process is done. So I'm just going to go to the main menu, click on subscription, and we have subscription batch here. So we would then create batch for the monthly process. So in here I just see a list of my previous batches, basically for previous periods, and I also will see any batches created for initial invoices. I'm just gonna create a new batch, and at this point it just lists up all subscription types. So I could have multiple types. I could have quarterly created invoices or monthly based memberships or annual based, but I have to, in this case I just want to run the invoice for the monthly process. So it will only pick up memberships that should be charged monthly. It will also tell me what's the period it's gonna be charging for, and I can edit this information before I start the process, but in this case I'm just gonna be processing April, which is the next period. So I hit OK, and then it pops up a dialog telling me what I'm gonna be processing and which period I'm gonna be processing. So I just say yes. So we got a new process, a batch created here, which for the period of, in this case, for April, and I can drill down to the lines. So these are all the memberships which we're going to be invoicing, and these are currently in draft. So this is like a journal which you could still review and you could still modify. You can also drill down to if there are any additional charges that are included in the membership, and so we can do the review here. And when we can also cancel entry, or we can reinstate an entry which has been previously cancelled. So if I'm okay with this batch, that's everything is as it should. You see it's 4 transactions. It has we haven't created any invoices yet, so we do the posting, and at that point we post and create invoice, it would just post the lines in the journal. If you take a look at the journal again, so now we see all the entries have been posted and we have an invoice created. So if I can go to navigate, I can actually navigate and view the individual's invoice. So these are the invoices that would then be just posted and sent through standard Business Central processes. And I could actually, if I do changes on the invoices prior to posting, then we would get a notification here that the invoice has been modified. So we would be monitoring any changes on the invoices if they are changed before the actual finance posting of those. But now the batch is posted and basically the membership process has been finalized. I just want to mention also something what we call adjustments, like I mentioned before. So if I need to make corrections afterwards for a member, so I can look up the membership here, for example, Teresa, and I get the membership card, get all the details for this particular membership, and we can actually then enter change or change adjustment. So let's say we need to give them a discount for some reason. They called, maybe had some complaints, and we seem to have overcharged them for something. So we can have an adjustment based on phone call. You can have some internal comment. So basically next time we run the invoicing process, then we would make adjustment of 100 in this case to their next invoice. So this simplifies that I don't have to now make a credit invoice to this customer. It will just be correcting the next subscription charge. So we can, if we go back to the menu, go to memberships and see Teresa and then we would see, let's go to the members list, Teresa, and we can see here that she has due adjustment, which is this 100 amount, which is going to be included in next process. So I can also see it here in the main menu if we go to subscription and adjustment entries. Then we would see all entries which are due to be adjusted, and these would be then posted through the next invoicing process. Also, I want to show you how the process is on the POS. So if we open up the point of sale, I'm just going to sell or activate a membership through the point of sale. So we just open up the point of sale, and there we have sell membership. Before I sell membership, I need to assign this sale to a member, and I can just use the standard POS features for that. I'm just going to search for Teresa. So let's see, do we have Teresa? Search for Teresa. Yep, we have one Teresa, so I get the details for Teresa here. This is just the standard POS option of creating new members or searching for members. But in this case, I've searched for Teresa. I found her membership or found her member details. I hit OK. The sale is then assigned to this member Teresa, and now I'm going to sell her membership. So when I hit the sell membership, I get a list of possible products. I'm going to sell her a 6-month membership. So notice when I'm selling memberships here, this is only single sale memberships. We can go through the POS. Subscription memberships can be also done through the pause, but that you would have to use another pause command to activate that. But in this case, I'm just selling prepaid membership. I get a confirmation dialog showing me the details of the membership. I can change some details here if needed, otherwise I just hit OK. I get the journal lines here, and we just charge the client and finalize the sale like a normal sale. So this would be just as any other sale to sell memberships, and you could do the same for subscription memberships. You can also book them through the pause in a similar manner. So this concludes the overview of the processes in the membership. Thank you.